Hi everyone, I have a reformer workout for you today based on a lot of classical exercises. It's going to be with a little bit of a twist as always, but we are going to go ahead and get started with your footwork springs on. So 3 heavy springs for sure, and then I'm going to add on 1 medium spring as well, just to make it a little heavier for my legs today. That is up to you. You can go lighter, you can go heavier, but I'm gonna go 3 heavies and a medium, which is 3 reds and a blue spring on my balance body reformer. Foot bars are going to start all the way up, and then we're gonna go ahead, lie down. Now, when we get down, headrest can be up or down, that's up to you. We are going to start with our heels on the foot bar in our Pilates stance today. So our heels are gonna be together, toes are going to be turned apart. We're in a neutral spine, so we should have that nice natural curvature of our low backs. And then from here, we're going to inhale to push our carriages all the way out. And we're going to exhale, bend to come back in. So we inhale to push and we exhale to pull. We want to think when we push out, since we're in our Pilates stance, our legs are naturally zipping together. And then as we pull back in, our knees naturally open out to the sides of the room. Again, push out, exhale to pull in. Inhale away, scoop into the low abs as we pull our carriages all the way back in. Let's go for 3. Neutral spine the entire time. Last 1. Okay, when we come in, arches of our feet are going to go onto the foot bar parallel with each other this time. Sits bones distance away, so just about that fist distance away. And then again, I'm going to inhale to push out, exhale to pull back. Inhale away, exhale back in, finding that length underneath my knees as I press out, and then that nice little crease in my hips as I pull back in. Sacrum, which is the lowest part of your back above your tailbone, should be staying nice and heavy, and then pelvis just stays nice and still. We push for 3, 2, and then last 1. Then once we come back in, we're gonna go toes, balls of our feet onto the foot bar. All 10 toes are gonna be on. We're gonna, again, inhale to push out, exhale to pull back in. Now, little lift of the heels so they're not underneath the foot bar, getting into your quads a little more with that lift. We inhale out, we exhale again to pull our carriages all the way back in. Push and exhale, pull. Inhale away, exhale right back in. And I forgot to add in the beginning of this, we are using a box for props today. So go ahead, just know we will be using a box for your props. Okay, 2 more. Now last one, we hold our carriages all the way out. We're gonna lower the heels underneath the foot bar, then we're gonna lift our heels up high. We lower the heels under, we lift them up high. Backs of the legs into the glutes are working as we lift. It's an inhale to lower and an exhale as we lift back up. Backs of the legs into the glutes firing. Let's go for 3, 2, now on this last one, hold the heels up. Let's just go into a run, bend 1 knee, lower the opposite heel, and we're gonna take that run at our own pace. Nice high heels when you come up onto your toes and balls of your feet. We'll go for 3, 2, last one, then let's just lower both heels underneath the foot bar, little calf and Achilles stretch. We'll lift our heels up, bend to come all the way back in. Now, once we come back in, we're gonna sit ourselves off to the sides. All right, so once we come up, the foot bars are going to go all the way down. We're gonna change to 1 heavy and 1 light spring. So on my balance body reformer, that is 1 red, 1 yellow. So go 1 heavy, 1 light. We're gonna do arms and abs. If that is too heavy for you, you can just do the 1 heavy spring instead of adding on the light. We're gonna lie ourselves back down onto our reformers, and then feel free to keep your head rest up or down, that's up to you. We're gonna reach behind us, grab our short loops into our hands. Arms are going to go straight up to the ceiling. Our hands are right over our shoulders, neutral spines, and then let's bring our knees up into a tabletop position. Legs are zipped together. We're starting with ab curls. So on an exhale, I'm gonna press my arms down, nod my chin to my chest, curl from my bra line, and then inhaling as I return back down with control. Again, exhaling as we nod, curl from our bra lines. Inhaling as we return, being mindful as we come up. We are not collapsing into our low backs. So we're making sure that we're maintaining the neutral spine as we curl. We inhale to return. Let's go for 2 more like that. And then last one, exhale, press curl. Inhaling as we return. Now pause at the bottom, keep your knees in tabletop. We're adding in leg extension. So on an exhale, I'm gonna press curl, extend my legs out to a challenging level. Inhale, return back down with control. Exhale, press curl, extend. Inhaling as I return, drawing my abs in and up as I reach my legs out to a challenging level. Inhale, return. Still curling from our brow lines, holding that neutral spine. Let's go for 2 and return. Last one, exhale, press, curl, extend. Inhale, we return. We can relax the feet and just give ourselves a little stretch. You can sway the knees, you can hug them, you can stretch them. We're gonna add in with those. So let's extend our arms back up towards the ceiling, knees up into a tabletop position, legs are zipped together. On an exhale, we're gonna press, curl, extend the legs out to that challenging level, hold ourselves here. On an inhale, I'm gonna open my arms out to a T. Exhale, press the palms of the hips. Inhale, open. Exhaling as we press, engaging our lats, biceps as we press, abs are in. If your back is an issue, legs go higher up. If your necks are an issue, heads go down for 2. Last one, when we come back, bend the knees, arms up, heads down, relax our feet, give it a little bit of a stretch. And then we're gonna add in our legs. So let's extend the arms up towards the ceiling. Again, bring our knees up into a tabletop position. 1 curl with legs extending out. We're gonna exhale, press, curl, extend those legs. Now the arms stay this time. We're gonna inhale, just open the legs. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. We're drawing our abs in and up as we pull the legs together. Again, if the necks are an issue, heads go down, low back's an issue, legs go higher up for 3, 2, 1, and bend, return, give it a little stretch, again, a little break. And then we're adding in the arms and legs together to make some snow angels. So we'll start with the arms. Again, extend it up to the ceiling, hands right over our shoulders, knees go up into that tabletop position. Exhale, press, curl, extend. Again, the legs go out to a challenging level. The higher, the easier, the lower, the more challenging. Inhale, we open the arms and legs. Exhale, we close the arms and legs. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Draw those abs in as you pull those legs together for 3, 2, 1, and return. Ooh, relax, give it a little bit of a stretch, and then we'll move into some triceps. So I'm gonna extend, again, my arms back up to the ceiling, knees up into our tabletop position. We're just going to press our arms down to the mat to start. We're gonna hold them there, bend our elbows for a tricep press, and then I'm gonna exhale to press down, inhale, bend, exhale to press, inhale, bend. Now, if the elbows are hovering off the carriage, it's gonna be a little more challenging. If you relax your elbows down, it's gonna be a little easier. If you would like to make this a little more challenging for yourselves, you can add in curls and leg extensions. You can stay in your curl. You can stay with the legs extended out. It is up to you for these triceps. We're gonna go for 3. My abs are drawing in on every exhale, no matter if those legs are extending out or staying in. When we come back, relax the head, feet, and then give it a little stretch. We're finishing off with some arm circles. They are going to be a little more advanced with curls and extensions. If you need to keep your heads down and your knees in tabletop, you can go ahead and do so. If you want to make it a little more challenging, we're going to extend the legs and curl up. So we're starting with our arms up to the ceiling, knees in a tabletop position. As I press my arms down, I'm gonna nod, curl, extend the legs out to a challenging level. As I open my arms, I'm gonna return my shoulders and my head back down. Exhale, press, curl, extend. Inhale to circle around and back up. My arms are not going past my shoulders when I open to circle them around and back up. That movement comes right from the shoulders. We're gonna go for 2 more, and then last one. Now when we come up, we're gonna pause at the top, we reverse. So we open our arms out to a T as we press the palms of the hips. We're gonna nod, curl, extend those legs out. As the arms go up, shoulders, heads go down, knees and tabletop. Out to your T, exhale, press, curl, extend. Inhale to return back down. Inhale, exhale away. We're gonna go for 4 more. Again, if this is too challenging, just keep your heads down and your knees in tabletop. Last one. Okay, once we come down, relax the feet. We're gonna hang our straps up and then we are going to grab our box. We're gonna take off that yellow spring as well. And then once we grab our box, we're putting the long box on our reformer. So again, I just have one red, one heavy spring. We're gonna move into pulling straps. I'm gonna put the box in front of my shoulder blocks just because I like it a little further back. It's gonna give me a little extra tension with my straps. You can go in front, but just know it's gonna be a little lighter if you go over your shoulder block. So long box on, we're gonna lie on our stomachs on our boxes, facing the straps. The bra line should go to the edge of the box. And then I am not picky with legs for these. If it feels better for your low backs to have your legs apart, you can have them apart. Otherwise, you can zip your legs together. If it doesn't feel bad for your back, zip them together. We're gonna grab the straps off the pegs. I'm gonna hold on to the knotted part of my loop, so right above my straps. And then arms are going to go to the outside frame of the carriage. Again, bra line should be at the edge of the box. Head and chest are gonna be heavy. Arms are just gonna kind of be lazy out in front of you. Palms are rotated towards your carriage. From here, we are going to start to reach our palms back to our hips. As we do so, I'm gonna lift my chest slightly above the box. I should be looking to the floor. I'm squeezing my glutes and my hamstrings, drawing my abs into my back, and then I'm gonna return myself back down with control. So we're gonna inhale, pull the arms back, lift the chest up slightly. I should be looking down to the floor, and then we exhale to return it back down. Now, every time I lift, I wanna think oppositional pull. The crown of my head reaches forward. I'm lengthening my tailbone towards my heels, reaching through my toes, and then returning back down. Inhale, pull back, lift, reach, find that oppositional pull. Exhaling as we return back down. We're gonna do 2 more. Inhale, pull back, lift, reach, pause up there for a second. Exhale, return, draw your abs in as you return. And then last one. Okay, now once we come down, we're gonna pause at the bottom. Stay hanging on to the knotted part of your loops. Arms are gonna open out to a T this time for pulling straps 2. Palms are rotated to the floor. Same thing. We're gonna pull our palms back to our hips, lift our chest, reach through your toes, lengthen through the crown of your head, and then return your arms back to that high T. Palms are facing the floor. Those hands don't go past your shoulders. Exhale, pull back, pinch, reach to your hips, and then return those arms back. Pull, pinch your shoulder blades together as we come back. Return, making sure that those eyes are still looking to the floor. We're gonna go for 3 more. Pinch as we pull back. Return for 2. Lengthen through the crown of the head, the toes. And then last one. And return. Okay, relax your chest, your arms, your legs, and then we're gonna move into some tricep extensions. I'm gonna bring my elbows right into my sides. Elbows are pinned in, small lift of the chest, squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings, draw your abs in, lengthen through the crown of your head. Ready? Exhale, press back for a tricep kickback, and then bend. The elbows stay in to your ribs. We're staying with that little lift of your chest, reaching through your head and your toes, drawing those abs in. Exhale, press, inhale, bend. Let's go for 5. Keep that oppositional pull of the body. 2 and 1. Okay, then once we return, take both straps into your right hand. We're gonna sit up, face your foot bars this time. And then once we face the foot bar, we're gonna take both straps into each hand. Long loops this time. I'm gonna sit towards the edge of my box so that I have plenty of space behind me. We're gonna go into teasers. Arms are just gonna be nice and long, slightly behind your hips. We're gonna tuck our pelvis, roll into that little J curve. So we should be right on the edge of our sits bones, right on our tailbone. Knees go up into a tabletop position. Hold here. Now, when you feel comfortable, arms are gonna lift up about knee height, maybe a little higher than that. Shoulders are down and back. And if we feel comfortable, we're gonna go into a full teaser. If you don't, just go back down every time we lie down and lift up into a teaser every time we lift up. So again, if you don't feel comfortable, full teasers, you're coming back into this teaser prep position. Otherwise, if we feel fine, we're gonna extend the legs. We're gonna lower our spines down. As we lower down, our arms open out to a T, our legs go down, shoulders go back, head goes back. We're gonna inhale here first. On an exhale, I'm gonna nod my chin to my chest, press my palms to my hips, lift up into that, teaser. Hold here for an inhale. And then exhale, we roll back down. Arms go down out to that T, legs go down. When your shoulders hit, then your heads can go back. Take that inhale again. Ready, exhale, chin to chest. Press your palms to your hips, scoop into those abs as we lift up. Take that inhale at the top, and then exhale, roll down the same rate that the legs go down. The spine goes down, shoulders back, head back. Inhale, 2 more. Press into the palms, scoop into those abs. Lift, take that inhale. Exhale, roll our spines all the way back down. And then this is the last one. Press, scoop, lift. Okay, stay here. We're all gonna meet in this teaser position. From here, we're gonna bend our knees, bend our elbows, and roll down to our bra lines. Eyes are gonna be looking to your core for a little backstroke. We're gonna go arms and legs up to the ceiling. We open them out to the sides. We zip the arms and legs together. They're long away from the body. We bend the knees and the elbows. We go up, we open wide, we exhale, we zip them together. We bend the knees and the elbows. Let's go for 3. It's like you're swimming. Arms and legs move together for 2. Stay looking towards that core. And then last one. Okay, return back to that starting teaser position. We're gonna nod the chin to the chest, press those palms to the hips, lift back up, and then relax the feet and come off of your box. Now, box is going to stay on. Keep your straps. We are going to go ahead, stand in the well. We're still on that one red spring. Long loops, if you would like this heavier for your arms, you can always go to short loops. I'm gonna stick with my long. You are going to pull the box in towards you. Make sure you're far enough back where when you pull in, your headrest doesn't chop your shins. We're gonna step into the headrest and we're gonna lie our stomachs on the box for a little breaststroke. Now, when we're here, just like before, bra lines are at the edge. Legs, again, if it feels fine for your low backs, zip them together. If it does not, have them apart. Elbows are gonna bend out to the sides of the room. I want the palms rotated to the floor. So it's almost like goalpost arms here. We're gonna exhale, reach our arms out away from us. From here, we open them out to the sides. We're gonna lift our chest up when the arms go back to the hips. The eyes should be looking towards the foot bar. And then we're gonna bend our knees now and elbows. So now when I reach my arms out, I'm gonna extend my legs, open the arms, lift the chest, bend the knees and the elbows. Ready? Out. Exhale as we open and lift. Eyes look to that foot bar. Bend to come back for 3. And come back down. I hope your extension's a little better than mine. I cannot get up very high for this exercise. Last one, exhale out, open, return. Okay, let your carriage come in, drop your straps on the floor, stay in this red spring, and put your foot bars up if you can when you're lying down. Again, stay on this one heavy. Right hand is gonna stay on the foot bar. Left hand is gonna go behind my back. My bra line is at the edge of the box. Legs now wherever they feel comfortable, together or apart. Right elbow is gonna be wide. I'm gonna push my pubic bone down into the box. That should activate my glutes and hamstrings. And then single arm push-ups. We're gonna exhale, press out, bend wide to come back in. Exhale away, inhale, bend wide. I stay looking down towards the floor. If this is too heavy, change to a medium swing instead of a heavy. Keep that little push of your pubic bone down. Abs are into your backs. 3, 2, right shoulder stays out of the ear when we press out. And the last one. Now, once we come in, pause, elbow goes into the box, narrow push-ups. We exhale, we press out. Elbow needs to touch the box when you come back in. Again, every time you press out, make sure that that right shoulder stays out of the ear. Your shoulders and hips do not move. It's just that arm pushing you out and then bending to come back in. Keep that little push of the pubic bone down. Let's do 3. Draw your abs away from the box. 2 and 1. Now, once we come in, we're gonna pause. Take the left hand onto the foot bar, right hand behind your back. Elbow is wide. Square your shoulders, your hips to the floor. Push your pubic bone down. Exhale as we press out, then wide to come back in. Again, legs wherever they feel comfortable. I just don't want them dangling over the sides of the box. So they can be together or apart. Being mindful that when we push away, the left shoulder does not come up into the ear and our shoulders are staying parallel to the floor. So we don't get any movement in the shoulders as we press and bend. Exhale out, inhale right back in. Okay, let's go for 3. Scoop into your abs. 2, and last one. Now, once we come in, elbow goes right into the sides of the box, narrow push-ups. Exhale out, watch that shoulder, bring it back in. Keep that little squeeze of the glutes and the hamstrings, hollow out your bellies. Might be a little harder on this side if you are not left arm dominant. I'm definitely feeling the difference in the sides here. 4 more. And then last one. Okay, once we come in, pause. We're gonna go ahead, step off of our box, and then once we step off, we're gonna put our box back. Now, when you put your box back, you can go ahead, grab the straps off the floor, you can hang them back up. We are going to stay on this single red spring. Now, when we stay on this red spring, we're gonna sit on our reformers. Our butts are gonna be pretty close to the edge of the reformer, and then I'm just gonna bring my toes, balls of my feet onto the wooden platform. We're gonna go into a little stomach massage series. Hands are gonna go onto the front of the carriage. I'm about a palm's width away from my butt and the edge of the carriage if you wanna sit up there. If you need a little more space, scoot your butts back. Toes, balls of your feet go onto the foot bar, Pilates stance, so heels are together, toes are turned apart. And then we're gonna bend our knees, bring our carriages back in. Now when we come back in, you will most likely go into a natural rounded spine. We're gonna keep this round shape through our spine. So I have a little tuck in my pelvis. I'm looking towards my springs, towards my pubic bone, and then my shoulders are rolled slightly forward. We're gonna push our carriage out from here, lower and lift the heels, and then we're gonna bend and come back in. So we're gonna push away, lower and lift the heels, and bend to come back in. Now, when you bend and you come back in, imagine that if there is a sword coming at your abs, you have to draw your core in towards your back so that that sword does not hit your belly. We're gonna push out, lower lift, exhale, you're drawing your abs into your backs. When you pull in for 2 more with this spring, exhale back, last one out, lower lift, in. Okay, add on a light spring with that. So we have one heavy and one light spring. Now, from here, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna push out. Lower and lift the heels, draw the abs in as we come back in, out. Lower, lift the heels, pull in. Think again, scoop into your core, keep that rounded shape in your spine. We're gonna go for 3, 2, again, the focus is on the core, last one, and in. Now, once we come back in, toes are gonna stay, arms are gonna reach out. We keep that little tuck in our pelvis. We're gonna straighten our shoulders a little more. We're gonna press out. When we press out, I'm gonna open my right arm, rotate to the right side of the room. Exhale, come center as we pull back in. Then left, and exhale back. Now that imaginary sword is still aiming for your belly. So when you come in, think you have to draw your abs in so you don't get stabbed. I know, not the greatest visual, but it works for me. So I'm drawing my abs in. Rotate from the spine as we go out and in. Rotate, exhale back in, inhale out and in. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. Okay, when we come in, take your hands onto the foot bar, toes down. I'm gonna go parallel feet, drop the heels, fold over those legs for a little stretch. And then we're gonna bring it all the way back in. Now we're gonna take off that yellow spring. I'm going to take my feet into the well. When you take your feet into the well, hands are gonna go onto the foot bars. You're gonna step up. The carriage most likely hits you in the shin. Take your right toes, balls of your feet to the edge of your carriage. Now, when we take the right toes of the balls of the feet to the edge, I'm going to bend my left knee slightly, draw my abs into my back, and then I'm gonna push the carriage out with my right leg and bend in, push out with my right leg and in, keeping a little bend to my left knee the entire time. Now, if you can't get fully out, you're gonna need to hop your left foot just a little further forward. And I don't even think I'm getting into a full extension, but I'm not gonna worry too much about my leg going fully out. And then squeeze the glute. It's an exhale away and an inhale back. Drawing the abs in, press and back. Squeeze those glutes. 4, 3, 2, on 1, let's hold halfway. Little pulses of that carriage at that halfway point. Think like 3, 4 inch pulses. Now, think your pelvis does not move, your chest doesn't move. It's just the right leg pulsing. 4, 3, 2, 1, and in. You can rest the carriage against your left shin, step your right foot down or your calf. We're gonna take your left toes, balls of your feet on, bend your right knee slightly, push out and in, squeeze your glutes. Again, think draw your abs in to your backs. Press and squeeze. Exhale out, inhale back. Feel free to adjust your right foot, adjust the left toes, out and in, push, resist, push, resist. 4 more. 3, 2, all right, on this last one, halfway, little pulses again. Your spine does not move. Your pelvis, your shoulders don't move. It's just that left leg going out and in, 3 to 4 inches. 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way out and in. Okay, now step both feet onto your carriage. Walk your toes back. If you are shorter, you can go about center. If you're taller and you feel fine going back towards your shoulder blocks, you can go back towards your shoulder blocks. I'm gonna be just a couple inches in front of my shoulder blocks. Thumbs are with your fingers. Eyes are gonna look to your toes. I'm gonna shift my weight back so I have most of my weight in my heels. We're still pushing slightly down with the palm, so I don't want you to ever pull your foot bars. And then I'm gonna think my arms, my spine stay still for elephant. My legs are gonna push the carriage out a foot, maybe 2 feet. And then I'm gonna scoop into my abs to pull the carriage back in. Inhale, the legs are gonna press out. Exhale, pull back in. Press away, scoop into the abs to pull the carriage back in with the legs. Inhale out, exhale back again. I'm gonna keep my arms and my spine in the same spot the entire time. Legs push, belly pulls. Legs push, belly pulls. Let's go 3, 2, and then last one. Now once we come in, shift your weight forward, shoulders over your hands. Take your heels high up onto your shoulder blocks, push your carriages all the way out, long stretch. Arms are gonna push away, arms are gonna pull back in as far out as you feel comfortable. Legs are long, abs are in, butts are down. Inhale out, exhale, pull back in. We're gonna go for about 4 more. 2, and then last one. Now when we come back in, pause in, set the knees down onto the carriage. Keep your feet up against the shoulder blocks. Hands are gonna stay on the foot bar. You're gonna shift your butt back towards your heels. Think about 2-ish fist distance away from your butt with your heels. And then we're gonna go into our knee stretch series. Hands are gonna stay on the foot bar. I'm gonna inhale, push the carriage out with my knees. Arms, spine stay in the same spot. Exhale, pull in with the knees. So think just like your stomach massage, abs need to draw in when you pull your knees back in. And then just like your elephant, your arms and your spine stay in the same spot. The knees push, your abs pull back in. Again, think about 2 fist distance away when those knees come back in. Inhale out, exhale back. Scoop into your core. This is very easy to cheat, so you need to tell your body to use your abs to pull in, out, and in. We're gonna make it a little more hard, a little more challenging after this next one. Okay, once we come in, hold yourselves here. Feet stay in the same spot. Push into your palms, scoop into your abs. Lift your knees a couple inches off. Push out, pull in. Same thing. Arms don't move, spine doesn't move. The legs push. Your belly pulls out. Exhale in, scoop into those abs. 4, 3, tuck that pelvis. 2, 1, and down. Okay, feet into your headrest. Push the carriage out with your arms. Drop your chest. Hold that stretch. Okay, take your right arm underneath your body. Just thread the needle. Keep the left hand on the foot bar. Hold, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then same thing on the other side. Right hand on. Left arm is going to thread the needle. Inhale and exhale. Okay, bring it back in. Now we're gonna go to 2 heavy springs for feet and straps. If you would like it a little heavier, you can always add on an extra light spring with that. I'm gonna stick with just the 2 heavies. Reach behind you, grab your long loops. They're gonna go onto your feet. And then once we get our feet into our straps, long loops are on, legs are gonna go to a little lower than a 45-degree angle. We're settling into our neutral spine. Heels are together, toes are turned apart for frogs. We're gonna inhale, bend our knees in for a frog, and then exhale as we press. Bend and stretch, making sure that when we bend our knees in, we are not collapsing into our low backs. It's an inhale to bend and an exhale to push the legs back out. Heels stay together the entire time. Toes stay turned apart for 3. Okay, on this last one, hold the legs out. We're gonna move into extended frog. So we're gonna open our legs out to the sides. Bend the knees, bring the heels back together. Push the legs out. Open wide, bend the knees, heels together, push back out. Now from the point when you open your legs out to the sides, and then when you bend in, your carriage should stay still. The only time it moves is when you push out and you open out to the sides. And from here, keep the carriage still when you bring your heels back together, holding that neutral. So no collapsing into those low backs. Exhale out, inhale open, and bend for 2. Last one. Now, when our heels come back together, we pause, knees are still bent. The carriage stays still. We open our legs out to the sides of the room. The carriage will move when we zip our legs together. Aim for, again, about that 45-degree angle. Bend the knees, come back in. We open out. We zip them together. We bend back in. Again, without collapsing into the low backs. The carriage stays still when we open them out, and then it moves when we zip them together and when we bend in. It's an exhale to zip the legs together, an inhale to bend and open. Feeling our adductors working to bring the legs together. We'll do 3 more. 2. And then last one. Now when we zip them together, pause, bring your feet parallel. Lower the legs a little further down. We're gonna open them wide out to the sides just to circle our legs around and back up. 4 leg circles. Movement comes right from the head of the femur in that hip socket. Sacrum pelvis, stay still. Down, around and up. You can always put your hands on your hips and just see if they're staying nice and still. Nice big circles too to open and stretch. Now the next time we come up, pause, reverse. Should feel our inner thighs working again to bring our legs back together. Let's do 4. 2. And then last one. Now once we come back up, pause, low backs can go flat, give your ropes a little bit of a tug, stretch out your low back, your hamstrings. Okay, and then I'm gonna open my legs out to the sides, give those adductors, hamstrings a stretch. Okay, let's take those straps off of our feet. We're gonna hang them back up onto the pegs. And then once you hang them up, we can sit off to the sides. You are all finished. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your day.